Most coaches think they need more leads, and 9 out of 10 times I completely disagree. The real problem is not the number of leads that they have. The problem that they should be concerned about and trying to solve is their lead conversion rates. So today I want to walk you through two of the most important and most slept on strategies in the coaching industry that can completely change how much money you make, how predictable your income is, and how easy it is for you to actually grow your business month to month. So this strategy is something that I've used in both my coaching businesses now for a little over 6 years to be able to scale to multiple six figures and over 900 total clients over the years. Zero sales calls, only about a few hours per week of actual work. So let me show you why you don't actually need more leads. So we're going to talk about two important concepts that I call audience efficiency and investment momentum, and how to use these two concepts here leveraged into a community-based offer that scales your recurring revenue and makes it easier to bring clients into your high ticket program. So let's just dive right in. First of all, what is audience efficiency? So most coaches believe that they need a massive audience or tons of followers to be able to get enough people to have interest in their offer to be able to scale and reach their monthly profit goals. And that's because most coaches only are able to convert maybe 1% of their audience that they have or less, right? And the reason for that is because they have one big high ticket offer, and that's the only thing they're trying to sell to their entire audience. So that means that the other 99% of their audience is just kind of lost forever because they don't want or need, or they're not ready for that high ticket offer yet. So audience efficiency is about monetizing the middle, because there's going to be a significant percentage of your audience that wants, needs, and desperately wants to pay you to get your help, but they just can't afford your high ticket prices, or maybe they don't trust you enough to pay that huge high ticket price yet. So you need an offer that 5 to 10% of your audience can say yes to without needing to sell their firstborn child. And it gives the opportunity for more people to work with you. It lets you help them build trust, and then a small percentage of them you can upsell later into your high ticket program. So I'm not saying eliminate your high ticket program. I'm just saying make it easier to get to your high ticket program. So this is why I love building a community level as part of my coaching offers. They're simple, they're scalable, and they're a whole lot less time consuming to manage than if you only had a full roster of one-on-one coaching clients who are going to want your attention 24/7, and you're going to feel guilty about the price that you charge them for it. So you're going to continue to sacrifice your time and freedom to keep all your clients happy. So if you want a better way to make more profit from a smaller audience or a smaller number of followers, you need to take advantage of this audience efficiency. So here's the easiest way to do that. You need to use what I call an ascension offer. It's one core offer, but you have different levels of access to you within that offer itself. So every single one of your clients, no matter what level they're at, they get the same curriculum, program, the same content, the same core tools. Everyone gets access to the same information. The only difference is the level of access that you allow to yourself, depending on the level of client depending on the level that your clients choose to access within that offer itself. For example, if somebody were to join your community level, your coaching community level, you might just give them like an onboarding call plus maybe like a single weekly group call, maybe a group chat. That would be like your community level. If they wanted to upsell or upgrade to your high ticket offer, you might give them like more customization around their game plan or their program, plus maybe like DM access to you whenever they wanted. And you could even stack on another level on top of that, like a top tier, where maybe they get like a weekly or a monthly private call with you, a one-on-one call with you, rather than just group access. So it's really completely up to you how you want to structure and build this out. The point is to create an easy yes offer to bring people in, and then let them choose what level they want to ascend to within your offer. But it's all just one offer, right? Nothing changes at each level besides the level of access your client gets to you. And the result of building it this way, of creating your offer this way, is that you're able to help more people. Your audience becomes more efficient, which means you can make more money, and you avoid burning out by doing dozens and dozens and dozens of just one-on-one coaching all the time. So in my previous business, I had 180 total active clients at the peak of the business. Now, about 140 of those were community only access. It was basically group coaching. And then I upsold about 40 of those into my higher ticket private coaching, which works out to a little over 20%, somewhere between 20 to 25% of people upsold from my community into my higher ticket program. So when people ask me, should I do one-on-one coaching or should I do group coaching? My answer is both. One is there to build scale. The other one builds the cash flow and the back end profits. And using this model will improve your audience efficiency. But there's one more step if you want to maximize your audience efficiency. So let's talk about investment momentum. So this is the idea that once somebody pays you something, anything, they are exponentially more likely to pay you again and at higher rates. It is why grocery stores have like door crasher deals every week. It's why software companies will offer a $1 trial. It's why your local gym probably offers you like a first month at half price. Because when somebody takes that first step and makes that first micro investment in you and in your business, they're no longer a lead. They then become a customer. And customers are always going to be worth more to you than a lead. Once they take that small step to become a customer, they are just more mentally bought into you, and they're automatically going to trust you a lot more than if they were still a lead. So we want to try and make as many leads into customers as possible so that we can grow the back end of our business. So what does this mean? What does this actually look like for your coaching business? Well, it means stop forcing people to buy your most expensive offer, your most expensive level of your offer at the very first touch point, which is where most coaches go wrong by only offering their high ticket coaching program to all of their leads, when the majority of people are just not going to be ready for that yet. So we talked about creating that mid-ticket community offer, right? So with that community offer, you would then make that your primary front-end offer, because you're going to get a much higher percentage of people who will say yes to that than saying yes to your high-ticket offer. So we give them that low barrier entry point with an easy yes offer to create less friction for them. Which brings me to the next part where I'm probably going to lose a few of you, because I'm about to tell you to stop offering paid in full options on the front end. Instead, price everything weekly. Yes, weekly, not monthly, weekly. Now, why the hell would you do that? Because of something that I call the now number. So most people can't really wrap their heads around a $2,000 program. It blows their minds. It gives them price shock. Even if they do have the money, even if they could easily afford it, if it's something that they were not expecting, it's going to give them price shock and they're going to run away, even if they could afford it. But instead, if you said like, hey, it's $75 per week, it's much easier for them to kind of rationalize spending that much right now, because it won't make as big of a dent in their bank account right now. Most people don't even consider the long-term price when they're presented with a payment plan. They're only thinking, can I afford this right now? So we price with the now number and make that our first offer to them, rather than scaring them away with the big pay in full price. Now, we can always offer the pay in full on the back end. We can give them an incentive discount on the back end to bring them or upgrade them into a paid in full on the back end. But just to get them in the front door, to get them into investment momentum, we put our now number, our lowest now number possible, right up front. And many other industries do this too. We can look at the new car market. So if you've ever seen an ad, whether YouTube ads or watching TV, if you still get ads on your TV, if you've ever seen like a new car ad, they never ever mention the total price, because if they were to say, hey, it's $75,000 for this new car, what's that going to do? It's going to give price shock to people. It's a reality shock that, oh, I don't want to spend $75,000 on this car. So it's going to make all the prospects run to the nearest used car dealership for a much lower now number, right? So instead, they don't want to scare people away. So what do? They make an offer like, you can drive away today in this brand new car for just $328 bi-weekly. So $328 is much, much less scarier than this $75,000 total, right? So they are focusing on the now number, and you should too. It removes that price shock. It removes the moment where somebody hears a number and their soul leaves their body and they get scared and they run, right? Even if they could technically afford it. So the goal of all of this is you want to reduce friction and make a low pressure, high conversion pricing offer to get people in the door. So that's it. Now let me kind of tie all this together for you. Step number one, you build one offer and you create multiple levels of access or different tiers within that offer. And people can come in on the front end, on your lowest tier, and then they can ascend to whatever level they want. Number two, you price it for weekly recurring revenue, not offering that paid in full up front. You can offer the paid in full on the back end if you want to. Number three, you use that low entry community tier as your front end offer to convert as high a percentage of your audience as you possibly can to increase your audience efficiency. So you're just getting people in the door faster. Lastly, number four, you let investment momentum do the rest. You bring them in the front door with that easy yes offer, and you let people ascend and upgrade and upsell on the back end once they already trust you more. So if you do this right, you maximize your audience efficiency, and you'll be able to stop complaining about your lack of leads, because you'll be able to convert much more of your prospects into paying clients. This is how you scale without the stress. This is how you build real leverage in your business, because it allows you to get more output from less input. So stop chasing more followers, stop trying to grow your audience, focus on the audience you already have and the leads you already have. I promise you already have enough. You just need to improve your audience efficiency. This is how you win, and this is how you make it easier for you to grow and scale your business. Also, if you would like a deep dive into how the Ascension offer works and how audience efficiency fits into the big picture of my Category Kings operating system, check out this video right here.